Hello my friends, I have 3 products to share with you today and I'm very excited about all of them because they're all a little different and they come from different categories, but they're all tons of fun. So let me share the first one with you. It is exclusive to Stamps of Life border dies, which is really exciting because one is a huge zigzag slash chevron and one is a great big scallop. Now let me show you how easy these are to use. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my Big Shot machine. Now these will also work in competitors' machines as well, but if you don't have a die cut machine, please get the Big Shot. It's the best. Now I'm going to put a piece of cardstock down, and this is the first tip I want to share with you. On these dies, the cutting edge of course is on the very inside of this die, or the very edge on this die, and that's helpful because then you know exactly where you're going to cut. But we want this to go through our machine this way. We don't want it to go this way, meaning like a speed bump. You know, when you think about when you're driving your car, you're driving down the street and you get to a speed bump. You know how you always go real slow because you don't want to mess up your car and it's really hard on your car to go over those speed bumps? Well, we don't want the machine to have to go do all this work in half a second. It's better if the machine can do all of this work a little bit at a time because you just get better results. So let me show you how easy it is to use. I'm just going to lay this down at the bottom right here, and I'm going to add my cutting pad on top. I'm using my entire multi-purpose platform, and I'm just going to run this through the machine. Now if I wanted to, I could have used a post-it note to hold that in place, but just near the edge is good enough for me. And look at how fantastic that is. Look at that. I just want you to see that beautiful, got some little extra goodies there. Look at that fantastic scallop. Isn't that fun? Now, let me show you also the chevron or the zigzag, however you want to call it. Let's do that one in purple. And I'm going to lay this one down right here. And I want to show you a trick on this one. So I'm going to run this through the machine. And again, I could have used a post-it note, but my second time I am going to use a post-it note. So I'm going to run that through. So now I've made one cut and I've got my great cut right there, nice edge. But now what I want to do is I'm going to use this one just for fun so you can kind of see it better. And I'm going to line up, let's see, there's the cutting edge. I want to line this up. Now if I cut it right here, I would have great squares, like a border square, or if I lined it up over here, I would get a great zigzag chevron. So that's what I'm looking for. That's the look I'm looking for. And I'm going to look for a post-it note, and I'm going to use my handy dandy post-it note. Actually, I think I got 2 in that stack. Now these I use over and over again. You can also use washi tape. Some people use painter's tape. I like the post-it note because to me it's the handiest. So I'm just going to run that through the machine. Now I have a totally different look. Now I have, and because it didn't, I had to move it over a little, I have a little extra here. Now I have a zigzag or a chevron, which is fantastic. So I had one look here where it's just the edge. Then I have another look here. But what if I wanted to make this a wider border? Oh, easy peasy. Let's just move it over here. And we'll do another one, and let's see, I'm going to make it really wide this time. I have unlimited options with this. So now I'm going to run it through this time, and now I'm going to get a thicker border. So imagine the possibilities with both of these dies, and now I have a thicker border. So here's my thinner border, there's my thicker border, and then here's my edge. Now imagine everything you can do with that. That's fun. You can also do that exact same technique with the scalloped borders. Now we're going to move this off to the side. So we have 2 of those in a package just like this. They come sold together and they're exclusive to the Stamps of Life, but they're made by Sizzix just for us. Now the other product that I have to share with you, which is very exciting also, is, let me tell you, you know I have my ink pads. I have 18 colors to date. Here's artichoke, here's mustard, there's 18 colors. Well, I've been asked many, many times, what's your favorite white ink pad? And in all honesty, I don't like to say, oh, my favorite is XYZ or 1, 2, 3, because I didn't really test them well enough. So what I did was I went to ColorBox, also known as ClearSnap. ClearSnap's the real company name. And I went to ClearSnap and I said, I want to come out with a white ink, but it has to be the best white ink out there. So what they did was they said, okay, Stephanie, this would be your price. And I said, okay, that's fair. And they sent me a couple, I think they sent me 3 different inks to test. I tested them all, and I took those samples and I put them away for 3 months. I'm sorry, I put them away for 2 months. I pulled them out after 2 months and I looked at them again. And then I chose the one I wanted. And the reason why I did that was because it might look great in person right when I stamp it, but I wanted it to look fabulous 2 months later. So 2 months later, I looked at it, I said, okay, this is the one. And I called ClearSnap and I said, okay, Jenny, this is the one I want. She said, Stephanie, you have good taste because you picked the most expensive ink. But I said, well, thank you. I know I have good taste. But the good thing is they had already given me a price. We had agreed on the price. So we got the best ink for the best price, which is so fabulous. Now, this is a white ink. It is also a pigment ink. That means it will take longer to dry than our dye inks. I need you to know that. Yes, you may use embossing powder with this ink pad. Yes, you can. It is not as quickly drying as the dye ink. So I just need you to know that right off the bat. It is a fabulous pigment ink, and it's great for our darker colored cardstock. So here I have the plum cardstock, here I have the chocolate cardstock, and here I have the blueberry cardstock. I'm gonna use one of our cloud dyes, and I'm gonna ink this up, and I just want you to see how fabulous, am I right? Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? That's on the blueberry. Let's do the chocolate. You are gonna see white ink, and in 2 months, you're still gonna see white ink. And let's do some on the plum. This is just one of my absolute favorite ink pads. Now, also, we are selling the refill that goes with it, which is very important because once this dries out just a little, you can add your refill ink, which is fantastic. So they're sold together because you'll definitely want that ink pad and the refill. Now, normally we sell our ink pads in packs of 6. This one we are selling with the refill. Just buy these two together, and that's all we're selling in the package, so it's easier. So it's really fun. Let's do some on the grape too, just to see what it looks like on a lighter color. Still looks fabulous. And let's do some on the guava just because it's sitting right here and we want to show off that cardstock. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Look at how fun those dots are on that pink. I love it. So this is the white ink pad I recommend. It is Colorbox and Stephanie Bernard on the label. Yay. That's exciting. So we have our border dies, we have our white ink pad, and one more. We have to do one more, which I'm very excited about this. This took me months in development. I started in December. I think everything was finalized in mid-May. So literally, what, 5.5 months? It took that long. I now have, for the Stamps of Life, coordinating colored buttons for our cardstock / ink pad. So our ink pads match the cardstock. Our cardstock now matches buttons. Isn't that exciting? There are 18 colors. And I'm so excited about this because they all coordinate together. So the ink pad's gonna coordinate with the buttons, and the buttons are gonna coordinate with the cardstock, and it's all just gonna go together. Now the fun part about these buttons is they are matte colored. They're a little bit, in all honesty, I'll be honest, I feel they're a little nicer than the shiny buttons out there. Now I still love shiny buttons, don't get me wrong, they're fantastic. But these matte buttons are hand dyed. There's 3 different sizes in each package, and there's 40 buttons in each package. And they are just so much fun, and they're dyed to coordinate with our cardstock and our inks. So now you'll notice that I'm really getting a lot of different things together with the coordination on the colors. You know me with my dyes and my stamps, I like everything to coordinate, go together. Well, now we're taking it a step further and adding different things that coordinate with our colors. So we have 18 colors, so we have 18 packs of buttons. Make sure you check out those because those are fabulous as well. And I am in love with these. We got them and they were accidentally delivered to my home instead of the office. And so I opened up these huge boxes and there was just buttons after buttons after buttons. And I literally, and I will be honest, I said, I want to bathe in these buttons. And of course, Kirsten, my older daughter, is like, Mom, you are so weird. But when you see these buttons, they're just like, you just want to go, ah, because they're so wonderful. And I'm so excited about them. And it took me forever to get them to match perfectly exactly what I wanted. So I'm very, very excited about that. So make sure you check out our buttons. Make sure you check out our new white ink pad and also our border edge dies. And I have tons of examples to share with you on the border edge dies. So check out these examples by our design team. And make sure you check out our gallery for even more wonderful ideas from our design team. And club members, don't forget, every time you purchase 3 stamp sets in one order, you get a free storage sheet to store your stamps in. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Just like it's on the way, kids are out, safe to play, and it feels just like a beautiful day. Cloudless sky, summer days, feels just like it's on the way, kids are out, safe to say that it feels just like a beautiful day. A beautiful day, beautiful day, a beautiful day, a beautiful day.